Last night I was so hyped up, triggered really, to go out to the detention center here in LA and join the fight until a friend talked me down. When I heard the felon call out the National Guard and Marines to establish order, I flipped. I flipped the lid. I reverted back to the toxic person I used to be. And I was ready for trouble. I was about to go out and look for trouble until a friend of mine on TikTok here sent me what Governor Newsom posted, saying that the felon was provoking us to do exactly that, to go out and cause trouble. That's what they want. In truth, the people that were there at the detention center were mostly news reporters and other people filming and documenting. There wasn't really any protesting happening. This was about 9 o'clock last night. There were no agitators actively agitating. And still, I mean, you saw the images. These masked maggot thugs were shooting off tear gas and flashbangs at the people and marching forward and pushing them out of that area. And these were just people documenting what was going on. It wasn't like they were making it out to be this huge insurrection. And let's face it, if there was just the smallest perception of any kind of insurrection, then the felon would do what he already did, and that was abuse the Insurrection Act to invade our city and state. And I was stupid enough to fall for it, because I guess I'm not as emotionally mature as I thought. But that's another video. I'm sharing this with you because maybe you are feeling the same way. I feel like a hypocrite, a coward, someone being abused, being walked on, insignificant. The boundary I decided to make for myself is that I wouldn't emotionally react and look for trouble unless it came to my doorstep, unless it was brought to me. I'm not that far from what is happening. Miles, 10 miles. But as soon as those maggots cross into Long Beach, which is where I live, the LBC, then I'll have to determine my fate at that point. They want us to take their bait, and it's hard not to. I can only be pushed so far. I can only be pushed so far before I lose all the work and therapy I did not to be the violent person that I was. And it sucks that I almost let the felon do that to me. He just has to go. I feel like I'm in a toxic relationship that I can't get out of. And it set me into survival mode. And that's where bad things tend to happen. This is serious. This shouldn't be happening. We need to do something about that. We need to get him out of office today, by all means, and let him take his maggot thugs with him.